Choice Hotels get you more of what you value. Comfort Inn. It's calling your name. Save on the stay. Oh, and free waffles are yours to claim. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Excuse me! Taxi!
Come on, what are you doing? This is the 77 WABC minicast.
President Trump just making some comments saying that Iran will not have a nuclear weapon, and also that he will not let Iran charge tolls on the strait. And he also says the U.S. military is standing by because the big talks, of course, tomorrow. And joining us now on all of this is KT McFarland, former Deputy National Security Advisor. KT, what do you think is going to happen? President Trump is obviously talking very tough as they head into this meeting tomorrow, and it's unclear. It sounds like he's unclear which way it's going to go.
Oh, I think that the Iranians are going to do what they always do, which is to try to string it out, retrade the deal. We're going to get close, and then at the end of the negotiation, they'll say, well, let's come back in 2 weeks. I mean, they've done this for 40 years. This is how they negotiate. They don't ever really negotiate. They just string it out, and I think we're locked and loaded, and President Trump's made it pretty clear. He's not going to be bamboozled. He's not going to be tricked. He's not going to be strung along, or as he says, tapped along. My guess is that there'll be military action next week.
Wow.
We will resume.
Wow. So you believe that they're going to keep playing the games. They're going to be sort of you're dealing with a terrorist regime. Do you think he might even wait till next week? I mean, he might even do something this weekend.
Might. Look, there's one of two things is happening. Either the Iranians are up to their duplicitous tricks and trying to retrade the deal and pretend that this wasn't met or that condition wasn't approved, or there's also a very real possibility that they're not speaking with one voice. You know, who's he negotiating with? He's negotiating with the foreign minister and the parliamentarian, the head of the parliament. He's not negotiating with the IRGC, the Revolutionary Guard Corps. And it could well be that there's a division between the two, that the parliament, the civilians want to settle a deal and that the other guys want to keep fighting. And even then, the IRGC, it's not one unit. Several years ago, they decentralized authority in their military so that there are 31 autonomous units and regions, and each one of those can make their own decisions about whether to use weapons. So the fact that we've killed off the top tier, the second tier, it may not, and they're probably not talking to each other, right? And they're certainly not meeting in the same room, the IRGC leaders, because they know if 2 or 3 of them get together, the room will be blown up. So there may be a certain amount of confusion amongst their leadership.
KT, John Katsimatidis.
Hi, John.
I think General Keane is saying the same thing. I saw him on Fox before. And at the end of the day, I mean, what's going on with Israel? Israel never stopped bombing Lebanon, and maybe that's where some of the drift came.
You know, so here's the thing. So the Iranians have been saying for years, oh, Hezbollah, that's independent of us. Hamas, we're not giving the orders. They're their own separate thing. And then, of course, when Israel continues to fight against Hezbollah, the Iranians say, hey, wait a minute, they're part of our peace deal. Well, you can't have it. Are they part of Iran or are they not part of Iran? You can't have it both ways. And I think that for Israel's purposes, they're using this opportunity to finish off Hezbollah, particularly, and I think they were going after certain individuals in Hezbollah that they wanted to get rid of. Now, are the Israelis, I think President Trump is going to convince Israel, okay, enough. Don't do anything more. Everybody stand in place and freeze in place. But again, I think the Iranians are going to try to tap him along because they don't know how to do anything other than that. And that President Trump is going to have to say, okay, we're going to open the strait. We're going to open it the easy way because you'll open it, or we'll open it the hard way because we're going to take military action and open the Strait of Hormuz, whether it's military action on Karg Island, and then potentially we clear out the Strait of Hormuz. Remember, there's something like how many thousand ships that are just queuing up, waiting to go through the Strait of Hormuz? And then maybe other allied militaries, especially Gulf regional allies, help escort ships through the region. But the Strait of Hormuz is not going to stay closed. It's not going to open up as a toll gate for Iran and a money-making opportunity for Iran. And
well, they want to use the Strait of Hormuz like the Panama Canal. They want to get a toll.
Yeah. They want a toll. So they think they're going to come out of this and, they're going to make some money and they're going to rebuild Iran on the toll. It's not going to happen.
So we have a lot of open items here. We have the open item with Israel, what the heck they want to do with Lebanon. And we have the Iranians want to get paid for the toll. And Vance and President told Vance when he's on his way to Pakistan, I want a deal.
Yeah, and I think there'll be no deal in Pakistan. And then the president's going to have a tough choice. Is he going to continue to sort of pretend that they're negotiating, even though they're not negotiating in good faith? Or is he going to take military action? I think he will take military action. And he'll want to do it sooner rather than later. Because let's say they have a meeting in Pakistan and it adjourns, and then 3 weeks later, another meeting. At a certain point, you're getting up to the elections, the midterm elections, and then it really prevents President Trump from taking a lot of serious military action at that point because it's a political risk. So I think if he's going to take military action, he'll do it quite soon.
Yeah, I agree. KT, thank you. Boy, the next few days are going to be very interesting. Thank you, KT. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.